welcome back to another episode of channel. Today we're going to be doing my Game Week 5 predictions for the Premier League 2023-2024 season. So this has been, I'm filming this on a Thursday. I'm in IKEA right now, but I'm filming this on a Thursday. Usually my prediction videos for the Premier League come out every Wednesday before the weekend's fixtures. However, I forgot to do it yesterday, so I'm here filming it today, and it's going to be a fairly quick video. Before I started filming, I had already decided on my predictions, so we're going to go through each game and I'll give you the prediction I made. So first up, Wolves-Liverpool. Wolves, an okay result against Palace. They lost, but they scored 2 goals. They put up a good fight. Liverpool dominated Aston Villa, absolutely destroyed them at the park. So I went with Liverpool 2, Wolves 1. Next up, Palace. Villa not so great against Liverpool. That 3-0 defeat was a bit of a nightmare, but they've had a good start of the season, so they won't mind too much. And then in terms of Crystal Palace, good win against Wolves. Eze's on fire. If this game was at Palace, if this game would have been at Palace, I probably would have edged Palace, just because I thought they would be strong at home. But because it's at Villa Park, I predicted Aston Villa 2, Crystal Palace 2. Next game is Fulham-Luton. Fulham obviously lost 5-1 to Man City, but who doesn't lose to Man City at this moment in time? And Luton again just haven't picked up the points that they would have. They haven't picked up any points yet. They've scored a couple of goals, but they haven't picked up any points yet. It's been a disappointing start to Luton's life back in the Premier League, to Luton's first season in the Premier League ever. So, and Fulham is a hard place to go. Arsenal went to Fulham and drew 2. Arsenal went to Fulham and drew 2. Arsenal went to Fulham and drew 2-2. So, it is very hard to win at Fulham. Those are teams struggle to win at Fulham, and I think Luton will struggle to win at Fulham, and that's why I predicted Fulham 3, Luton 1. Man United Brighton. Man United are a horror show. It's one bad game after bad game. Like Arsenal, the Arsenal game, they score through Rashford. Seconds later, Arsenal equalise through Odegaard. Then United score a goal through Garnacho to make it 2-1. It's ruled out, and all United have to do is hold on for 12 minutes against Arsenal plus stoppage time to earn a point. And just the team that United are, they threw it away. They completely screwed themselves in the foot, conceding 2 unacceptable late goals against Arsenal. So, while you have a United who are on a really bad run of form, you have Brighton who are shocking everyone. Like, opening day, they beat Luton. No surprise there. But yeah, opening day they beat Luton. They then played. Who was it? And then they played. Who was it that they played after that? I can't remember who they played after that. But then they lost to West Ham. They played West Ham a week after playing a team. Match day 2. They played West Ham on week 3. Match day 3. Lost that game to West Ham, but then bounced back with a very impressive win against a very good Newcastle side. So, Brighton, great form. Man United, terrible. Currently in a bad position, and I think Ten Hag could be near losing his job if it keeps getting so bad against United. and that is why I can't back. As a City fan, I don't want United to win. I will never predict. I will only predict United will win if I think they deserve the win. And in this case, they do not deserve to beat Brighton. It's even at home. So I've backed Brighton and I went 2-1 Brighton. Next up, Tottenham, Sheffield United. Not going to beat around the bush. Sheffield United, great. Tottenham are a decent team. Put up a fight against Everton, drawing that game 2-2. But they're playing a home side in Tottenham who just, in their most recent home game, put 5 past Burnley. So let's just get through this quickly. Tottenham 3, Sheffield United 1-0. Next up is my team, Man City. It was a good day. It was a good week. It was a good week for my boys in blue. In terms of international breaks, Foden and Walker both contributed to goals for England. For Calvin Phillips, played a full 90 minutes, and the likes of Akanji, Ake, Diaz, Rico Lewis, Ake had very good fixtures, had very good international breaks. For them, City in the previous 2 games, obviously in the previous 2 games we have been without Pep Guardiola, but we still beat Sheffield United 2-1 and then for them 5-1. So his absence didn't weigh too heavily on us, and now that he's back, I think we're going to start getting into the swing of things. Now that both Jeremy Doku and Mateus Nunes can work under Pep for a few days until before the game on Saturday, is a good thing. So hopefully Pep can find a way to make Doku and Nunes 2 of the best signings of the summer. But more to the game. City, 100% record. We are dominating every game. We are smashing it so far. 3-0 Burnley. 3-0 against Burnley. 3-0 against Burnley, 1-0 against Newcastle, 2-1 against Sheffield United, 5-1 against Fulham. We've only conceded 2 goals against Fulham and Sheffield United, and we have scored 1, 2, that's 4, 5, 6. 6, 11. In our first 4 games, we've conceded 2, scored 11. So for Fulham City, West Ham, good run of form, but City are City. So I predicted a City 4, West Ham 2.
Slag Brown off. Yeah, all you do is slag Brown off, and then
Okay. Next up, Newcastle Brentford. Newcastle, a bit worrying for Newcastle, given their start to the season. You thought they would start better, but they are Newcastle. They are a good side. Yes, they're going to find it hard to do well in the Premier League, and especially with Champions League starting in midweek, which we will be doing predictions for, so stay tuned. They got a big game on Tuesday. They got a big game next week against PSG, Dortmund, or Iceland. I can't remember who it's against, but they got a big game next week in terms of Champions League. So will they want to go full strength again? Will they want to go a strong team against Brentford, but then go a weaker team against PSG, Dortmund or AC Milan in midweek? Or do they want to go rest a decent amount of players against Brentford and then go all out for the Champions League game or midweek? We'll have to wait and see. Brentford, on the other hand, that's Newcastle, good season, so not got the best of the season so far, and especially it's going to get harder with Champions League coming, and especially in the group that they're in, and especially in the group that they're in. Like Dortmund, being in a group with Dortmund, AC Milan, and PSG will make the Premier League, will make will make the Premier League harder to do well in. I think Newcastle could struggle in the Premier League for the entire season if they put their whole focus. If Newcastle put their whole focus into the Champions League, then they'll struggle in the Premier League. If they share their focus between the Champions League and the Premier League, then I think they could do well in them both. So we'll just wait and see. Newcastle, not great. 3 defeats in a row. Brentford, 3 draws, 1 win. Not the worst bits of results, but given the form that these two teams are on, they're not scintillating. I predicted Newcastle 1, Brentford 1. Next up, Bournemouth, Chelsea. Love Bournemouth. I think Ireland is doing a good job. But even at home, I think Chelsea will bounce back from that Nottingham Forest game, and and that is why I predicted Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 1, and 2 more games. We're going to beat that. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Everton, great point against Sheffield United. They're at home, Goodison. They're at home in Goodison Park. They're at home at Goodison Park. Great. Picked up a draw against Sheffield United. Great. Playing Arsenal at Goodison, not so great. Because Arsenal are definitely in good spirits and good mood a good mood after that Man United game result, just Man United win just before the international break. So I think Arsenal will be firing on all cylinders, and I think it will be destruction from Arsenal. So I predicted, and that is why I predicted Arsenal 4, Everton 0. And then finally, Burnley Forest. These two played in the Carabao Cup, which was won by, with the game being won by Nottingham Forest, with the game being won by Burnley. It's that game, just like this game on the weekend between Burnley and Nottingham Forest, is at the City Ground. And that is what makes me confident that Nottingham Forest will get a point against Burnley, I think. But for me, Burnley have been utterly disappointing. I thought Vincent Kompany would be amazing, and I thought he would do so well and do something, and I thought he would make this, have this Burnley team be playing so well. But it's just not been the case. Burnley have just been utterly not so great. Yes, go. That's just my dad telling me that we need to go. I'm here in IKEA because I'm doing some uni stuff. I'm doing some uni shopping because today I move in to my accommodation at Southampton. Southampton. We're currently here in Southampton at the IKEA in Southampton, and I'm getting some stuff for my moving, bedding and stuff like that. But let's quickly wrap up this. Nottingham Forest, great win against Chelsea. Doing really well this season. 2 wins, 2 losses, not so great, but 2 wins, very good. Burnley, disappointingly, and I'm going to say, but I do think Burnley will get a point against Nottingham Forest, and that's why I predicted Nottingham Forest 2, Burnley 2. Let's quickly go through each fixture again, and I'll give you my goal scores quickly. So Liverpool, Wolves, Cunha. Yeah. Wolves, Cunha, Liverpool, Salah and Nunez. Villa, Watkins and Diaby. Palace, Eze with both. Fulham, Luton. Fulham, brace for Palhinha. Goal for Palhinha, goal for Harrison Reed, and goal for Vinicius. For Luton, Colton Morris. Man United, Marcus Rashford, and Brighton, Ansu Fati on his first start for Brighton, and Danny Welbeck against his former club. Tottenham, brace for Son, goal, and then goal for Kulusevski. No goals. I predicted Sheffield United wouldn't score, so skip over Sheffield United. West Ham, I'm going to say 1 goal from Antonio and 1 goal from Jared Bowen. And then for Man City, I'll say Haaland with a brace, Phil Foden and Ruben Dias. Newcastle, I'll go Isak. Brentford, I'll go Mbeumo. And then Bournemouth, I'll go Dominic, and then for Chelsea, Sterling with both. Everton, obviously not predicted them to score any goals, so skip past them. Arsenal, I'm going to say a brace for Ødegaard, a goal for Rice, and also a goal for Ben White. And then finally, Nottingham Forest, both goals from Tyrone Awoniyi, and then Burnley, 1 goal from Amdouni and 1 goal from Lyle Foster. So those are my Game Week 5 Premier League predictions for the 2023-2024 Premier League season. Tune in next week for 2 prediction videos. My Game Week 1 Champions League group stage predictions for the 2023-2024 Champions League competition season, and my Premier League Game Week 6 predictions for the 2023-2024 season. So tune in next week for those 2 predictions videos. Champions League Game Week 1 group stage predictions, and my Game Week 6 Premier League predictions for the 2023-2024 season. Like I said, one more time. Next week, I'll be releasing 2 prediction videos. One for the first match day of the new Champions League campaign, and one for the Game Week 6 Premier League, for the Game Week 6 games in the Premier League. So yeah, tune in next week for those 2 prediction videos. But until next time, I've been Gibby O'Brien, and I have been Jonah O'Brien, and this has been my channel, Gibby O'Brien. Until Champions League Match Week 1, Game Week 1 predictions, and Premier League Game Week 3, Game Week 6 predictions, I'm out. Peace. Bye.